Out of all of the memberships, what is one membership that is completely worth the money? Write in the comments what you think about this. What's worth the money? Enjoy the show. Story 1. AMC A-List. $24.95/month. Can watch up to 3 movies a week in any format. Dolby is the best IMO. Discounts food, drink, and tickets for guests. Plus, earn $5 rewards when you spend. I don't always watch 3 movies a week, but I'm more likely to just say fuck it and go to the theater when I'm bored. I'm more likely to watch a movie I've never heard of, or feel less disappointed if a movie ends up being bad. Definitely up there with my Costco membership. A while back, I would have said Six Flags was my favorite membership. Free food and refills on drinks, access to the neighboring water park as well. I forgot what other perks there were, but I think they might have made some changes since. This was about 5 years ago. Story 2. I'm in the UK, but we have a lifetime family membership to the National Trust. We'll be able to go forever with our kids and grandkids and see the best of our outdoor spaces whilst supporting a fabulous charity, TBH. Sometimes I feel bad that we only paid £1,500 and donate anyway. Story 3. The Great Courses. It's now under the umbrella of Wondrium, and they have a bunch of other stuff, but I look for the GC stuff. They have hundreds of courses. Each one has roughly 40 lectures. They're the best professors in the world, the ones that students report as their favorite teachers. My boyfriend and I always have 4 on Thursdays: a science, an art, a philosophy, or wild card, and a history. We've done classes like botany, the analects of Confucius, the Medicis, the physics of time, early humans, and the history of food. I've got a good deal with them at $10/month, all I can stream. Great for lifelong learners. Story 4. Dropout TV. The best streaming service on the internet. $6/mo for some of the best original content on the internet. I'd pay more than that just for their D&D series Dimension 20, but they have so much more than that. It was started by some of the people from College Humor, but they've grown a lot since then. It's still comedy at its core, but it goes so much deeper than anything they used to do for College Humor. Story 5. I read the whole queue, and no one said Pandora Premium. I use it to play ad-free music at work. One of the best parts about it is offline mode, which allows you to access dozens of music channels while offline. Pandora has introduced me to a lot of my favorite artists, but the meditation channel alone for me is worth the $10 a month. Nothing disrupts deep meditation like advertising. Preply is another one. Imagine having a private language tutor for $10 an hour. I only have a few monthly memberships: Netflix, Planet Fitness, Audible, Preply, Amazon Prime. Story 6. I'm a scuba diver. For $75/year, I get extra insurance in case I have an accident while diving. They pay for medical evacuation, they have a dive doctor speak to the ER doctor if they don't know how to treat me, and they help coordinate getting me into a decompression chamber if I need it. My health insurance won't cover any of that, plus I can call them anytime with medical scuba questions. Story 7. If you have kids, join the local science center. That membership gets you into just about every science center in the country and many others. The National Park Pass is also an excellent way to explore the outdoors. To get to these places, I highly recurve Southwest Airlines credit card. Great way to build points for free flights on an airline with already great cheap flight deals. It's a cattle call, but hey, can't beat 2 free bags. For hotels, use the choice hotel brands to get free nights. Bonus free breakfast, plus you can almost always make a PBJ and grab a piece of fruit for lunch. This is how I got all 3 of my kids to all 50 states. Story 8. This might sound like consumerism, but Spotify Premium. Living in a rural area sucks, and if your Wi-Fi goes down, you'll be hard-pressed to get good cell reception. You can download music, audiobooks, podcasts, and talk shows and enjoy them anytime you want without buffering or complete inability to listen to them. It's been a godsend at my 3rd shift job where the places I spend big chunks of time have no signal. Doesn't matter if I have signal or not, though, because I have all my tunes, books, and episodes downloaded. Also, no ads. Story 9. I became a life member of American Motorcycle Association. Similar benefits to AAA. Also, Life for League of American Wheelmen, now bicyclists, and American Youth Hostels. I don't use AYH much anymore, but the savings on hotels internationally was worth the entire airfare 2x over. Story 10. When my husband's son and I moved to Colorado, we drove past what looked like an indoor-outdoor water park. We ended up stopping and going on a tour and paid for a membership right then. Turns out it was the most amazing gym we'd ever seen. It had a daycare with a 3-story jungle gym, multiple indoor and outdoor pools with huge slides for each, adult pools and hot tubs, Lazy River, the nicest locker rooms each had a huge hot tub, nail and hair salon, and a massage parlor. My husband's favorite pool was the therapy pool BC. It was always the perfect temp, and they'd have family swim times and adults only swim. My favorite was a huge hot tub that was indoors and outdoors, so when it was cold and snowy, you could get in the indoor hot tub and walk through it to the outside, where there was a nice outdoor fireplace and the most amazing view of the mountains. Our son loved the Kid Zone BC. It had a massive indoor pool with multiple slides and a play set in the shallow end that had one of those huge buckets that dump water on you. Oh, and there was a gym LOL. The upstairs had treadmills facing huge windows with the same beautiful mountain view. We went there every day, and that's what we miss most about Colorado. We still talk about it often. Story 11. I'm working on updating my wardrobe to be a little more interchangeable and readily usable at work as a teacher. I gave in to some of the viral ads for True Classic and found that they have a membership club. Thing costs $12 a year, and among other things, I get 20% off all purchases and free shipping for every purchase. 3 shirts and a hoodie a year, and under membership pays for itself. Story 12. YouTube Premium. No ads, comes with YT music, and is able to listen to YouTube with your phone off. Marvelous. Amazon Prime is also very worthwhile. I very rarely visit a brick and mortar. Prime is the major way I order all household supplies, groceries, medications, electronics, clothing, etc. Game Pass. $15 a month for hundreds of games that I can play on PC, phone, Steam Deck, Xbox, laptop, and on the cloud. Stupidly good value. Special mention to Instacart Plus if you have the Chase branded CC to go with it. They cut you a nice $500 credit to start. The delivery fee is just $5 IRC. The shoppers will shop multiple local stores on one trip and apply your store rewards. You also get 5% cash back. Story 13. YouTube Premium, $16 a month for one person. Before you tell me about ad blockers, I'll have you know once the blocker is set up on the phone, it is still inconvenient. The subscription adds convenience. But what it also does that really makes it worth the money to me is that it also comes with YouTube Music Premium. So no ads, unlimited music. The YouTube music system is designed such that YouTube videos can be played through it, so that means you are given to choice to listen to all the stupid remixes or goofy songs that Spotify doesn't host for some reason, but some random put on YT. Anyways, totally worth it in my view. I love that music. Story 14. I love to cook. I love the intersection of cooking, baking, and science. And I love my subscription to America's Test Kitchen. I have never made a recipe from their site that turned out bad. 1 or 2 weren't my preference, but still not bad. I feel like with all these online Pinterest food blog recipes, you don't really know if it's going to turn out good. My husband's top 3 favorite meals are all ATK recipes. Story 15, Costco. And not for the reason you think. If you have a Costco membership, they partner with Sesame, which is a healthcare provider, so if you find yourself without medical insurance, you can get appointments for like $30 out of pocket, and then you can use GoodRx for prescription coupons, and it's a godsend. We used this when my husband and I didn't have coverage for a few months in between jobs. Story 16. I'll die on the hill for YouTube Premium if you watch a few hours of YouTube weekly. $14 and I have 0 ads. It pays a little bit to the content creators that I really enjoy. I've got 200 plus downloaded playlist, which is perfect for situations like this week with the hurricane in Houston, and I had no internet for a few days. And the background playing for videos is just awesome. I can podcast videos and do other things without having the video stop, or have my screen on all the time. I wish I still had the grandfathered price of $7.99 when it was just Google Music, because that would make the service practically a steal, LOL. Story 17. The YMCA. We have a family membership for $65/month. They have it all. Group exercise, weight room, exercise equipment, racquetball, pool, great in the winter. You can drop small kids off at the on-site daycare while you work out, and if you're low income with kids, you can apply for a free or reduced membership through United Way. And it's family-oriented, so no people recording their workouts, etc. Oh yeah. Swimming lessons. Sure, I'm forgetting something. We've been doing this for the past couple years, and my physical health and mental health is the best it's ever been. Story 18. As an avid gamer who is constantly playing and trying new games, but also likes to play multiplayer sometimes, Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. They're about to raise the price by $3/month soon, but it will still be worth it. It's one of 2 subscriptions I will never get rid of, the other being Apple Music. Honorable mention, ad-free versions of anything. I will always pay the couple extra dollars a month to not have ads. Story 19. For my husband and I, it's AAA. I know there are a lot of new companies selling insurance for any car breakdowns, but AAA has been amazing for us over the years. Just 2 years ago, my husband locked his keys in his work truck, called them, and a guy showed up in about 20 minutes. All set, free. Blew a tire on the highway last year, called them, and they were there in 1/2 hour. Towed all the way home, free. Sure, you have to pay for the yearly coverage, but it's worth it if something happens, and they have a lot of discounts at different businesses you can take advantage of. Story 20. If you're in the UK, being in the Freemasons pretty much set you up for life. I'm not, but my grandfather was, and I'm aware of people who are. It's an exclusive club where they all look after each other. You have to be wealthy or influential to get in, and you can't apply, you get approached. Typically, you'll need to play golf or be a medical consultant on pound 200K minimum or a business owner. You also have to be a bit of a twat too. Story 21. Golf membership pound 850/year to play as much as you want versus pound 25, pound 50 a time as a visitor. Plus 10% off at the bar, locker, use of shower, changing rooms, useful if your boiler breaks down, etc. And an official handicap and social aspects too, of course. So if you play twice a month, it's a no-brainer, and you get a massive discount at other courses too, thanks to the James Braid scheme. So even if you don't always play at your home one, it can save you money. In the summer, with it being light until 9, plus you can even get a nice round in after work every day. I probably break even just in the summer period alone. Story 22. A while ago, years, my grandparents gifted me The Week Junior magazine subscription, and I'm not 9 years old anymore, bit. I still read them because it isn't what you think it'd be, like news about cartoons or baby-ish stuff. It has news from different places around the world and stuff, and it's honestly interesting because Americans never see anything unless it's insanely important. So I like seeing the stupid little stuff going on in France or Libya or whatever. Story 23. Okay, not that many A's, but you know who I'm talking about. It's a goddamn lifesaver. Possibly literally. I pay like $300 a year, which you might exceed in a single tow depending on distance, and get like 3 tows at no added charge. A decent rate for added tows past that, lock popping, new battery if it fails on the road, and a bunch of other random benefits. One time my car broke down in the snow, timing belt snapped. Called them up and they said it would be a bit because most of their local partners were already responding to other calls. They got someone after about an hour, and I got towed home and a warm ride in the cab. Since all the tow services were so busy that night, I might not have even been able to get someone out there that quick if I was calling around myself. Also, limited cell battery. Anywho, well worth it, especially if you're frugal, because you can budget $300 a year easier than an unexpected tow bill of the same cost that might not be your only one that year if you're driving a clunker. Damn, I sound like an ad. Obscured the name slightly to downplay that. Story 24. Maybe not worth the money, and I'm a fairly poor person, but I've been an EFF member since 2019, and I want to shout out to them. I like work they do, and I use some of the software they provide. Used to use Privacy Badger lets encrypt for free. SSL is fucking awesome. I also kind of just like their shirts and stickers LOL. When people ask me about them, I basically say something like, they try to stop society from ending up like a terrifying episode of Black Mirror. Lawyers, researchers, activists, white hat hackers, keep it up EFF. Story 25. Hell yeah, I have the Canadian version. I'm lucky though that my mom keeps me on her plan even though I'm 36. She's a worrywart. I think I'd get my own membership even if she canceled. My best story about using them was getting a flat tire in Toronto, right near the 401 interchange, which is one of the busiest in NA. My friend and I were driving through the GTA and I felt a rumbling and I was losing speed fast. Fuck, it's a flat tire. I was in the far left lane, higher speed passing lane in NA, and I felt there was no way I could safely get across the other 3 lanes of traffic to make it to the right. I had my signal on to see if there was room, but I was losing speed. Wasn't gonna work. Instead, I had to pull over on the left, up against the concrete median with 4 lanes to my right, speeding by at an average of 120 km/h. The car was vibrating, almost like resonance, because of the gusts of air from the rapid, fast-moving traffic. I looked at my friend and said, "We might die here if someone hits us." Don't say that, man. Normally I'd change the flat, but not on that fucking highway called CAAA. They asked me where I was. I said I can't see any of the overpass signs, but I'm right next to the Molson Brewery near the 400 Firsts interchange. Hold on, she said, pulling up Google Maps. Okay, I know where you are, sending a truck. I loved her so much. When the CAA truck pulled up behind me with his flashing ambers, we instantly felt so much safer. It was such a fucking relief. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, like it. Be sure to write comments and share your stories.